Well, New York's self-styled warrior for the people, Attorney General Letitia James, is now under federal criminal investigation for fraud. That's right, the Department of Justice is probing whether the state's top cop bent the truth just a little too much on her mortgage applications. A federal grand jury in Virginia is already reviewing the evidence, because apparently Lady Justice may have checked her blindfold, but forgot to check her mortgage paperwork. The investigation zeroes in on two real estate deals, one for a home in Norfolk, Virginia that she purchased in 2023, and another for a Brooklyn property going all the way back to 2001. In both cases, James allegedly got creative with the facts to score better mortgage terms. In Virginia, she claimed the Norfolk home was her primary residence, despite being legally required to live in New York to, do her job. That little twist could mean more favourable mortgage rates, but also more federal scrutiny. If proven she did so fraudulently, James could be charged with a felony. Then there's the Brooklyn building, where she reportedly shaved one unit off the count, declaring it a four-family property instead of five. That one-digit difference, potentially a big deal for the lenders, and now for federal prosecutors. If proven she did so fraudulently, James's misrepresentations could lead to felony charges. Oh, and for bonus points, a 1983 mortgage document lists her and her father as husband and wife. Because apparently, if being family isn't enough, being married might have made the financing a little sweeter. Just a clerical slip-up? Maybe, or maybe not. James, of course, denies everything. Her lawyer says there was no intent to deceive, just a few innocent mistakes. Because everyone forgets whether they live in New York or Virginia, right? But here's where it gets rich. The referral came from William Pulte, head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency. And, yes, a Trump appointee. This after James led the charge in that massive civil fraud case against Donald Trump, winning a $454 million judgment. Naturally, she's calling the probe pure political revenge. In her words, a retaliatory hit job. Yet the DOJ isn't just poking around for sport. A grand jury has been impaneled in Virginia. Witnesses are being questioned. And the whole thing hinges on intent. Because if those so-called omissions were deliberate, we're no longer talking about sloppiness, we're talking about federal prison. And who picks up the tab for her defense? That would be you, if you're a New York taxpayer. A little-known provision in the 2025 state budget allows up to $10 million in legal fees for public employees under federal investigation. How convenient. So, to recap, Letitia James, champion of justice and scourge of financial fraud, is under federal investigation for fraud. Because if the grand jury sees intent where she sees oversight, the next chapter in James's career might not involve prosecuting fraud, but rather the possibility of her serving federal prison time for committing it. To stay up to date on the latest crime and justice news, subscribe to Breaking Through News on YouTube or at breakingthrough.com.